Oh, so cloudy, foggy here in San Francisco, California. The entire Bay Area is cloudy and foggy. 56 for the temperature. 70 is the expected high. I'm going to take you right up over here, and if we can get rid of all the sounds like chainsaws and stuff, we'll find a place to do the video. Okay, this is kind of a different video, looking at things in a different light. I wanted to give you some information and then talk about it. California gas prices hit record high. Now I'm going to tell you some of the prices around the Bay Area. San Francisco, $4.89. Marin across the bay, $4.88. San Mateo, $4.85. Sonoma, Napa, $4.86. Alameda, $4.79. Santa Clara, $4.78. That's $1.50 more per gallon compared to last year at this time. They're saying the reason for the price hikes, production is down by 14%. The price will continue to go up. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about with this information while the chainsaws are ripping trees down. Whenever I do a video, this is what I run into. You just have to put up with it. Okay, so the reason is because production is down 14%. Now, that's going to, my point here is that before we tear down the infrastructure we have at the moment, which is fossil fuels, that we put in an alternative before we pull back on fossil fuels. We have to put the infrastructure in that will replace it, and that's the renewable fleet of solar panels and windmills at the moment. Apparently there'll be some sort of hydro going in here and there. Unfortunately, they're dams, so that's not good. So now that we're starting to run out of oil, and we really are, and that OPEC tells the world, your energy crisis isn't our problem. But then they approved another 400,000 barrels a day. That's only for December. You know, we could get into a lot of trouble with this if we run out of fossil fuels before we have enough alternative in place. We're going to have shortages that will lead to severe death among humans, and loads of problems, loads of war, fighting, bickering over who owns what and how, and then you're going to end up with big, you think the ports are plugged now. Wait until the fuel goes up a little bit more in cost. We're at record high now. What will food be costing shortly? How about supplies of any kind? Boots, pants, shirts, glasses, hats, you name it. It's all going to start waning if we don't replace the fossil fuel with renewables before we get rid of the fossil fuels. I know it's easy to just go after the fossil fuels and say, they're the bad guys, stop. But something has to fulfill the gap, or you're going to end up with trouble. California ended up with the same problem. They said they'd get rid of all their coal-fired power plants, so they did, but they didn't replace them with anything. And we had those horrible shortages that one summer, where we had huge county-wide blackouts for hours at a time, going from one place to another to try and save energy, because we didn't have enough capacity to fill it. Now we do. We have filled it with gas-fired power plants, I believe is mostly what it is, that's replaced it. But when you go too far with this stuff, it's going to come back with a starvation like you've never seen before. Not being able to transport your food and your goods from place to place. They'll only go to where the demand is the highest so they can get the money out of it. So that would be your cities. So we have to think good and hard what we're going to replace fossil fuels with, and do it before we get rid of the fossil fuels. I can't tell you enough how important that is, and it needs to be fast. That's why Biden's Build Back Better Act would have been perfect for this if he had been able to get it through, and he had enough balls to get it through, push his own team to get on board with it. But just I just can't believe that they can't get anything going with the Build Back Better Act, which is absolutely needed to save our planet, but we're not going to use it apparently. Status as usual. I appreciate all the comments on my last videos. Had some good ones. The ups, the downs, the new subscribers. And until next time, don't forget your comments.